Mass assignment attacks. When people started building websites with databases to store information, they had to do a lot of SQL manually. Few people realized that it was not the best solution and started working on smarter alternatives and started building object relational mapping (ORM) to easily query the database without any SQL knowledge. For example, in Ruby, using active record, you can do some things that will automatically generate and execute the query and retrieve the result in a user object. Another really handy usage was to automatically create and update an object from a hash. Unfortunately, this useful feature comes with a security price. If a developer didn't correctly ensure that the attributes of the object user were protected, an attacker could arbitrarily override any of these attributes. In this section, we will see some common examples of this type of issues. Example number 1. In this example, you can register a user. The application has two levels of privilege, user and admin. The admin privilege is set using the attribute admin and the object user. If you look closely at the format used by the web application, username and password, you should be able to find a way to get admin access. Three methods can be used. Modify the page directly using a browser extension. Save the page and modify offline to create a page that will send the right payload to the right URL. And use a proxy to intercept the legitimate request and not your parameter, which is the fastest option and the one that we are using. So we're going to here mass assignment example number 1, and we're going to create an user. So before we send that information, we are going to turn on the verb suite. So we turn this on, and again we go to the browser and we send the information. Now that we have intercepted this here, we are going to send this to the repeater. Here we are going to query parameters and we are going to add one. So here we are going to say, well, user, and this user as an admin, and we are going to add this here. Let's move this up, and we're gonna send this. So the response that we're getting here, you can see we successfully enter as an admin. Example number 2. In this exercise, the developer fixed the previous bug. You cannot create a user with admin privilege, at least not directly. So try to find a way to do the same thing. So we are going to example number 2, and we're gonna try to create this, and again we're gonna try to intercept this information and try to create our user as an admin. So here, and we're gonna send this. And as you see, we're not an admin. But what happens here, we here we can modify our profile. So if we go to modify our profile, we're having an internal server error here. Here we are going to modify our page, so we are going to intercept from here, from the modify part. So 1 2 3, and we're going to here intercept this. We send the information here, repeater, here, action repeater. And as you can see now, we're getting a success. This is because we are not intercepting the information from the registration part. We are intercepting the information and giving us a privilege as an admin from the modifying part. Example number 3. In this exercise, you can log with the following user1, with the password PentesterLab. Once you log in, try to access the information from the company too. To do so, you will need to modify your company using mass assignment. By convention, can be changed programmatically when a developer uses Activate Record, Ruby on Rails most common data mapper, and a class company has multiple users. The relation is managed using a field company ID inside the user class. So like this. User class, company ID, and we have the information of the company. The following code is used in Ruby. So using this information, you should be able to modify your current company to get access to the secret of the other company. Once you get this secret, you can reset your company ID to get back to your company's detail. So we're going to mass assignment number 3, and we are gonna register ourselves. Well, we're gonna register now. We're going to log in as user1, PentesterLab, and as you see, we enter here as company 1. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to modify our profile, and here we're going to send this information, and we are going to intercept this information with the verb. So here we turn this on, then we go here, we send this. Once we are here, we are going to this action to the repeater. Here we're going to add here be inside the user the company ID parameter. We're going to set it to number 2. We're gonna add this, put this up, send this. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna add the proxy, and we are gonna change this header, and we are gonna forward this. So now, as you can see here, we now have the company 2 secrets. Now, if we want to go back to the company number 1, we just have to do the same, but with the company 1.